Hey everyone, we're coming to you live from the dinosaur capital of the world, believe it or not. We're coming to you live from Alberta, Canada, and we hope that you're with us here. Let's see. I hope that we're coming to you with enough signal down here because signal's actually kind of poor in this location here. But we're right near Drumheller, Alberta, and this is the dinosaur capital of the world. And we're parked right out here outside of some that. Who do you think you are? This is our rig that we're driving here, our mobile studio, and we're out here in the middle of nowhere pretty much, close to where the hoodoos and stuff like that are. You can see of this hill here, but there's a couple of hoodoos up there on the very top. Uh, where we've got a nice place to sit in here. I've got our chair set up here so that we can look at the hoodoos out here and talk to you from the mobile studio here. Hey, good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. Let me just switch the camera around here so that we can show you the nice scenery out here. And let me just bring up the comments in here, see what's going on. Hey guys, how's it all going? How you all doing? Hey, Real Red Mama, got you in there. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we're out here. We're off road. Definitely off road here in the middle of nowhere. And you can see up there on the top of the hill. There's a kind of a hoodoo up there. They call them hoodoos. It's where you've got some hard rock up on top and then some sandstone below. And the sandstone gets weathered away, and then you've got the large rock up on top there. And it's actually a pretty interesting territory out here. Hopefully the stream is coming in fairly decent. I've only got about one. Hang on, let me the hell up there. They're way up on top there. You can see on top of that peak there. How the hell did they get that far up there? Holy jeez, did they ever up there? That's a long way to go. But they walked all the way up there. And they're up on top of that peak there, right in the middle of the screen. Holy jeez, Al Munson. Don't talk about rocks, Red Mama. Will start going through withdrawals. Yeah, right. Different kind of rocks. But you can see this is where they dig for dinosaurs here, and the reason that they can find those dinosaurs is because we're in a valley here, and as you can see, the water cascades down here. They create what you're looking at are called coulees. Coulees, kind of where the water runs down the side of the valley here and creates those kind of troughs. But horizontally here, you can see layers of coal because there's a lot of coal mining in here, and then they leave things like here. You see that thing right in the center of your screen right there is a hoodoo, where there's a hard layer of rock and then the sandstone erodes underneath that rock, and it leaves these hoodoos here. Right here, there's a little hoodoo. If you can see in the center of your screen right there, there's a smaller hoodoo right there. And then you see over there some rocks. Now, this is not really the area that is like, you can see the odd hoodoo here and there. But a little ways down the road from where we are, there's a whole slew of hoodoos. We lost signal there. Hang on a sec. This is our we're in here on location here in Drumheller, the capital of the dinosaurs, I guess you could call it. Well, not really capital, but the world known as the world capital, I guess, of the dinosaurs, where more dinosaurs have been found right here at this location than almost anywhere else in the world. And we're just right here on location, able to show this to you. I've been down here for a while here now. This is our third day out here. We're hunting for dinosaur bones and fossils and all kind of stuff out here. So if you're really into that, this is the place to be. Now, right over here, just on the side of the rock, there's a kind of a walk thing where you can walk in closer to what's going on there. I don't know if I want to go over there. It's a hot day out here today, and it's like being in the desert down here in this territory. As you can see, there's a little bit of grass growing right here, but not a whole lot of vegetation, and lots of clay, like lots of clay on these mountains here. Well, not mountains, but on the hillside here. And yeah, you can see, like I say, the different layers. You can see the darker layers are kind of coal layers, and there's lots and lots of coal mining around here. But I know that I talked to a paleontologist once, and they actually described to me, he went over the area and he said, you know, you come down here and it doesn't take very far down here and you're all of a sudden you're into the area where they're where the dinosaur bones are coming out of that area, and then you go further down and then you're like even earlier and earlier in time, even before the dinosaurs. You know, you get into mollusks and sea creatures and stuff like that. But you know, partway down here is where the dinosaurs are, and what happens is over time when it rains, the dinosaur bones start popping out of the side of the hill, and when they see them there, that's where they you know, start digging them out and getting even almost full dinosaur bones. And then there's a museum, a dinosaur, what's known as the Tyrell Paleontology Museum, that we're going to be going to later on here today. But we're out here picking bones, looking for dinosaurs and stuff like that. There was a couple of other tourists that came around here, and they were on top of this rock here, taking pictures of themselves, posing like mermaids and stuff like that. Let's see, there was a couple of other people over this way, but I think they went behind the rocks there now, or behind the hills. I wouldn't call these mountains, so. Oh, look at, if I go over this way here, there you can see kind of more kind of hoodoos over here on the top of this thing here. Whoa, the wind is picking up here. I can see a person or something over that way. Just give you a look all around here. The same thing over that way you can see on the sides of the hills where there's rocks and stuff like that. Yeah, this is our mobile studio here. We're out here having fun with. It's an Integra, and it's actually quite nice. Quite nice. It's got a nice interior here, nice unit to be driving. As you can see, got seating in here, 4 seats in here. Got the console up there for the control panel. There's a washroom back there and a kitchen back there. And it's got a pop-up. It's got a pop-up thing here on top here where you can sleep 2 people on the top of it here. There's a ladder that you can set up in here. There's the ladder. And the ladder goes up to the top there. And when you pull over, you can set that pop-up up And that's where the kids sleep up there. It's pretty cool. But anyways, they were at the top of that mountain there just a minute ago, or hill, molehill, I guess. This is kind of a valley. I guess you'd call this the valley. It's like the Death Valley, right, of Alberta. And we're lucky enough to be able to dig a lot of dinosaur bones out of the area here. Like there's all kind of bones that have been found here. Like Tyrannosaurus Rex and Albertosaurus, and I can't even remember all the different dinosaurs that there are here. But just tons and tons. Like I say, we're going to be going to the museum here coming up pretty quick and checking that out to see what's going on. Hey, it looks like some kind of a little miniature cave or something over there. Let me just walk over there and see what there is. Hopefully I don't lose cell signal. Because like I say, I don't know where the tower is here. There's some kid over there on that hoodoo over there. But I spotted something that looks like some kind of a little miniature cave or something over here. Let's see what's going on here. Snakes are around here too. Gotta watch I don't get bit by a rattlesnake or something. Look, there's some kind of a cave in there. What the hell is that? Kind of a cave. Small cave. It's not big enough to walk into. This is pretty. Yeah, I think I'm I'm going to no man's land as far as cell signal here, so I couldn't go in there further. But there's a little miniature hoodoo up there, up the hill there. But it's pretty neat here, pretty interesting. This is quite the place to see. You have to be here or be queer. But check out this big boulder here. What the hell is this boulder doing right here? Some smaller ones here too. This one here is a pretty fair sized rock. But this one here is pretty big. And it looks like, I don't know, maybe it's got some iron in it or something. It looks like it's rusted out. Like even look at here. Right here even. Some kind of fossils or something right here in this rock. Like other rocks in here in this layer here. Looks pretty interesting. Wow. And a strange looking alien. I'm pretty sure this came from another universe or something. And there you can see a better look at that hoodoo up there. And this area in here looks pretty cool. That would be interesting to walk all the way up in there. That's like really interesting. Daisy in there. Hey, Daisy. Yeah, I'm just going to sit on the from this. There's my truck over behind. Yeah, there's some kind of fossils in this rock that I'm sitting on here. But you can find all kind of fossils around here, just tons, of We're losing signal. Down there is actually a crappy place to sit because I lost signal. But we're back again. Obviously, the signal can't be all that great if we're losing signal. So let me go back into the van here. We'll sit down here in my little spot where I can watch everything here and wait until the kids get back here. Hopefully they didn't fall into a hole or something in there. You could really get injured going around here. Oh, there's a couple of people coming down the mountain or the side of the hill over here. You can see. Oh, my camera has low frame rate here. I got a message here just because of the bad location here. So sorry if the frame rate looks bad. Actually, that's a problem with doing live videos out here, and that's the reason that I haven't gone live in the last 4 days, is because the cell signal down in the valley here is just terrible. It's like, at best like 1 bar or maybe 2 bars of 5G. So sorry about the bad signal and whatever here, but we're doing our best. We're doing our best out in the hoodoos here. Yeah, I've been kind of watching a little bit about what's happening there. I saw some posts about ABD, something about ABD going on there, and her relationship there, whatever that's going on. Not too sure what's going on there, but I saw a bit of stuff about that. Yeah, happy for. Supposed to do that thing with Spin City on the 4th of July, but I wasn't at home. I was out here in Hoodoo Land. So I gave him a text message on X and told him that I couldn't make it. And I'm not sure if he even was able to do that 4th of July special from Washington, D.C. But I was supposed to restream him and be commenting and doing stuff like that. And it was supposed to be an epic stream. But unfortunately, I ended up being over here, not able to do that. I had a great 1st of July. 1st of July, I was at the Whistle Stop in Mirror, Alberta. And it was more of an Alberta thing rather than a Canadian thing. For us, it was an Alberta thing. We had a great Alberta day, you might call it, where it was a bunch of people that were like pro-Alberta independence on the 1st of July. Instead of doing a Canada Day thing, we did the Alberta Day thing. So that was really a lot of fun. I did a couple of shorts. I did some shorts that you'd see on my Facebook page. If you look at Facebook, I did a lot of stuff on Facebook, but didn't really get a chance to do much on YouTube at all. And yeah, happy 4th of July to all my American friends out there. Hopefully you had a great 4th of July and had lots of fun. We're out here at the Badlands Hoodoo, the land of the hoodoos. And there's kiddos up here now. They came back down to this level, so we can still see them. Yeah, we had tornado warnings there yesterday. Yesterday were tornado warnings in this area here, and there were like big, massive clouds. The kind of anvil head clouds, whatever, that you get coming and producing tornadoes. So we had like numerous tornado warnings for the area here, and not right exactly in our vicinity, but really close by here. There were some spouts, whatever you want to call them, like the start of tornadoes that happened in the sky that people videoed close by here. So it was kind of a little bit scary there, being close to where there was tornadoes happening or potential tornadoes happening. And yeah, pretty cool. So lots of things happening down here. Daisy, hopefully you had a good time. Much easier. There's Al Munson. Al, come on. Jeez, you guys. You guys are supposed to, Al, you're supposed to be inclusive. You know what inclusive means? That means being like, like hold both of your arms out and give people a hug and, be nice to people. Inclusiveness, right? Everyone everyone goes, we're the inclusive side. You guys are a bunch of chuds, you're a bunch of magas, and you're like ultra right wingist, whatever, and you guys just hate everyone. No, we're the ones that are inclusive. We're really inclusive. We hold our arms open, and it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you're from. Hey, we'll be friends. We'll be even our worst enemies in the world are friends. We invite people from other countries in, no problem, open arms. Just don't burn our flag and say that you're going to try and take us over. And don't say, death to Americans. If you say stuff like that, well, you might not be liked by it. But otherwise, hey, we try and be inclusive and friendly to everyone. Wow. How was it up there?
Good.
Lots of fun, eh? That was kind of neat.
Yeah, very windy.
Oh, really windy up there. Yeah, I know. I can see the wind is coming in here, and we got some bad weather coming our way. If you look up there, you can see it's a little more cloudy coming from the west. Whereas over here to the east, it's kind of a little bit sunnier. Got a little more open sky, you might say. We got some amateur paleontologists coming down the hill over there. Everybody's a rock expert when you come down here. But meanwhile, there's the big rock over there. The rock. The biggin. We got biggins down here. Biggins. Those rocks are biggins. But it's a pretty cool spot right here. Normally you're down the road a ways a little bit there, and you gotta pull over with all a bunch of tourists and stuff like that. There's about 100 vehicles there with all kind of cars with people jumping around these hills all over the place. But we went down the road here a little ways and pulled over and got a little spot here where we have a little bit of what you might call serenity with not many people down here. But really nice view, nice spot. This would be actually a good place. Well, in fact, we could pull out some food, whatever, and have our little camp here. Set up a little camp here. You're not supposed to camp overnight. It's not like an overnight camping spot here, but great for coming in for a day trip or something like that and stopping and going for a little walk through the hills. Them hills have eyes. This is the kind of area where that movie would be videoed here. Not videoed, but filmed. Them hills have eyes is the movie that you'd want to shoot right here. They have eyes here. Them hills have eyes, I'm sure. Over there, too. Wow. Just look at that over there. Those are some pretty big hills over there. And you can see the layer of coal. You see that layer where it's really dark there? About, almost more than halfway down there near the bottom. That's like a layer of coal. If you were to go over there and look close at the at that layer, and there's like a coal mine. We were at a place yesterday called Last Chance Saloon, and right across the valley from that, there was a train track in there, and there was a coal mine in there, and they used to mine a lot of coal. And actually, a bunch of different places around here they used to mine coal. I don't know what this is now, though. I think there's more of a I don't know if it's a protected area Maybe the area that we're in might be protected, where there's lots of hoodoos and stuff, but it might be a kind of a protected area. I don't know if it's I wouldn't call it a national park or anything like that here, but it's just a big valley that goes on for miles and miles and miles like this. Like I would say probably maybe about 50 kilometers of valley that looks just like this. That's coulees and hoodoos and coal mining and we were camped out in a spot in this valley here for well, we have one more night, but we were here for 3 nights, and we're going to be here for a total of 4 nights in this area here, just having a lot of fun and relaxing, taking it easy, and not really doing a lot of streaming or anything like that. But yeah, I just thought that I would go live, show you guys what's going on. I know that the signal's not great. I know that it's probably fuzzy video, and instead of 1080, it's probably 480 or whatever. But at least you get a big chance of seeing what it's like here. But anyways, we're gonna pack it up here at this live location. Thanks a lot for joining us here today. Do appreciate it. Thank you very much for popping in here. You can see we've got Ayatollah of Alberta in there and a few other people. I don't have my. It's really hard to see my display here, being in the bright sunlight here today. It's just unbelievably hot out here. It gets to the 30 degrees Celsius temperatures here, no problem at all, down here in the Death Valley of Drumheller area. We're a little bit to the east of Drumheller, of the actual town of Drumheller, or city, or whatever the hell it is, and we're over close to where the actual hoodoos are here. But there's hoodoos all over the place here. But there's lots of hoodoos over just what maybe about a half a kilometer to the west of where we're at here right now. Just like you can see up at the top there, there's one hoodoo up there. But thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us. Do appreciate your company. Take care. Ayatollah Al Munson is in there. We saw Daisy in there. We saw a bunch of other people in there. Sayonara to you. Take care. Stay out of trouble. And who do you think you are? I don't know. We don't know. Hang on. Let me stir around here. Because you know how the thumbnail. Oh, yeah. There's that hoodoo thing up there. Where is it now? Right there. There's that hoodoo that you can see right in the middle there. Okay, let's go to the front camera. And here we are. There we are. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. We're coming to you live from hoodoo territory. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? I don't know, but I'm Tommy Temper. I hope you've enjoyed the stream here today. And look at, man, I haven't shaved in probably about 4 or 5 days now. I'm really starting to grow a bit of a beard out here. So sorry about that if I'm looking a little bit like a gold miner or something like that out here. But see you guys later. Take care, stay out of trouble, and we'll see you next time.